In order for schools to make a difference, we need to understand and to help to heal the pain, the trauma, and the consequences of colonial practices and policies. And this is something that we've shied away from. We haven't been willing to engage with this, to understand what this means. We need to accept and respect that all children want to learn and can learn. And their knowledge needs to be respected. And that we are all connected, whole human beings. In all of the programs that I've been involved with, in language learning or promoting Indigenous knowledge, lifelong relationships, lifelong learning is really key. But lifelong learning is extremely hard to enact in the institutions that we've created. I've been working on trying to bring lifelong learning into a new bachelor's degree at the University of Victoria, because lifelong learning is really important to Indigenous people. But our ministries are separated. Early childhood, K-12, post-secondary, or an adult, okay? All those are separate. At the university, they're also separate. They're in separate parts of the university. Just like at the ministry, they're in separate ministries. And so I'm not going to say it's impossible, because we created it. We can create something different. But to try to bring this idea of lifelong learning and enact it in anything we do is damn near impossible. But you know, when humans say we want to do something, it's amazing what we can change. It's important to reconnect generations in all of our programs and our policy elements. And this too is extremely challenging to do, because again, we've atomized and we've broken, fragmented everything, and so it's extremely difficult to pull things back together. In all of our programs, I connect language, land, ceremonies, ancestors, stories, learning processes, and knowledge systems together. And again, this is extremely hard to do, but not impossible. And we need to focus on decolonization. Identity, who am I, is extremely important. Learning through doing is an important idea. So in all of the courses that I develop, the degrees that I'm developing right now, people must learn through practice. They have to learn through doing. They can't learn just by listening and hearing about it. They learn through active service, being able to practice what they learn and to put it in service to their class community, to their school community, and to the broader community, so that we're reconnecting all of those various communities. And this is really important. And again, this is very difficult to do at a university, but not impossible. Staying connected with our homelands and with our ancestors. In the Story Stick course that I just finished this fall, one of the things that I learned is that all of my students in this class, when I say all of my students, they were undergraduate students, graduate students, faculty, community members, all in this one class. And when they told their stories, each one of them talked about searching for and reconnecting with some piece of land. How am I connected to the land in which I grew up? Who are my ancestors, and how am I connected to them? We provide very few opportunities for students, for people engaged in our schools, to make those connections. And yet they're critical, they're important to understanding who we are. It's important to celebrate and acknowledge the accomplishments. The people in this slide are people who I call our language warriors. They are Jutham speakers and Kwakwala Likwala speakers, who are the new generation of teachers in their communities. And they are warriors. They're passionate about what they do, and oftentimes they're working with very little recognition. And so we celebrate what they accomplish, and and we acknowledge them, their accomplishments, every opportunity we can get. It's important that we share our ways of knowing. It's important to building community. We live in communities. We'll continue to need community. No matter how technological distant we become from each other, community is important. And the more individual uniquenesses are honored, the stronger each community is. And so telling my story, knowing my story, and listening deeply with my heart to the stories of others is one of the ways in which we maintain community. And that is what you're here doing over this week, and that you do once a year, I hear, to deeply listen to each other's experiences and to learn, and that's how we learn from each other. And why can we not bring those kinds of ideas into our workplaces and into our schools? Thank you very much.